Morning students, myself Cam Rupnavar and I am teaching you physical chemistry. Section 2 CHP 4101 is our paper and we have already seen two chapters from chemical kinetics and today we will see chapter number 3 and chapter number 3 is approximate methods to solve complex reactions. Here we have to find the rates of complex reactions, the steady state approximation which we have seen in one lecture already, then pre-equilibria approximation and Lindman mechanism for unimolecular reactions. So this topic is of 3 lectures. This topic is already we have covered. In today's lecture, we will see pre-equilibria and in next lecture, we will see Lindman mechanism for unimolecular reactions. So, see, today's topic is pre-equilibria. So, consider a general reaction A plus B. These are the reactants which gives C, which is the intermediate species, and C gives product B. So, see in this reaction, the intermediate and the species reactant A and B are in equilibrium and the equilibrium constant is K1 and the backward constant is K minus 1. So, the rate of forward reaction is K1 by which intermediate is formed. And intermediate again going to decompose to form A and B species with rate K minus 1. Then C intermediate again goes to decompose to form a product P with rate K2. So this is our general reaction. So C is the intermediate and this scheme involves pre-equilibrium. Means A plus B gives C and here is the equilibrium. Before formation of a product, there is the equilibrium and this is called as a pre-equilibrium. And in which an intermediate is in equilibrium with the reactants A and B. Then a pre-equilibrium arises when the rates of formation of the intermediate, this rates of formation of intermediate and its decay back into the reactants A and B are much faster than its rate of formation of a product. Means this forward rate and reverse rate, these two steps are very fast as compared to the third step, C gives product. Thus, the condition for pre-equilibria is K minus 1 is very greater than K2 because when K minus 1 is very greater than K2, at that time there is an equilibrium in between reactants and the intermediate. And when K2 is greater than K minus 1, at that time the forward reaction is possible. This reaction is possible and this not. When the K2 is very greater than K minus 1. So, when K2 is greater than K minus 1, at that time there is no equilibrium. And when K minus 1 is greater than K2, at that time there is a pre-equilibrium. That means reactant species and the intermediate species are in equilibrium. Now, we assume that A, B and C are in equilibrium. Now we will see the reaction kinetics. Therefore, we can write a term equilibrium constant. And you know the definition of the equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant is the ratio of the product and the reactants. So, consider initially only this much reaction. This part here we can neglect for a while. So consider A plus B gives C, forward rate is K1, reverse rate is K minus 1. And all three species are in equilibrium. Now we have to write down the equilibrium constant for this reaction only. So here C is product if this is not present. C is product and A and B are the reactant. Therefore, according to definition, equilibrium constant is written as concentration of C divided by concentration of A and concentration of B. And here equilibrium constant is equal to K1 divided by K minus 1. This is our equilibrium constant. Because C is formed with rate K1 and A and B are formed with rate K minus 1. Next, we are pre-assuming that the rate of reaction of C to form product P is very low or very slow to affect the maintenance of the pre-equilibrium. So, see, this rate of formation of product is very low or very less or very slow. That's why it does not affect upon the pre-equilibrium formation. Then the rate of formation of product P can be written as, now we have to write down the rate of formation of a product with respect to change in time. So see, product is formed from C. Product is formed, therefore formation rate is positive, and by which rate it is formed? By rate K2, and after decomposition of C species it is formed. Therefore we can write K2 into concentration of C, just dP by dt is equal to K2 into concentration of C. Now we have the value of C. So see how we are going to find out the value of C. So see, K2 as it is, and instead of C we can put just K into concentration of A into concentration of B. So in further slide we will see how this term come. Now just give a number to this equation. This is equation number 2. And the rate law is second order. So see, here concentration of A raised to 1 and concentration of B raised to 1. And order is the sum of raised to power of concentration term. So here A raised to 1 and B raised to 1, that's why 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So the reaction is the second order reaction. A plus B gives product. Therefore, dP by dt is equal to K1 into concentration of A into concentration of B, and here K1 represents K2 into K. So instead of K2 into K we can write K1. So just I will explain how this equation number 2 and equation number 3 came. So see, consider a general reaction. The initial reaction I have written here as it is. A plus B gives with rate K1C, then there is a backward reaction, rate is K minus 1. C gives product with rate K2. This is our initial reaction which we have taken here. Now the rate of formation of the intermediate species, and here the intermediate is C. So we can write the rate of change of concentration of intermediate with respect to change in time. So see, this species is formed initially. So formation rate is positive, rate constant is K1, and after decomposition of A and B, C is formed. So into concentration of A into concentration of B. So K1 into concentration of A into concentration of B. This is our first term. Then in next step C is decomposing to give A and B. So its concentration is decreasing, that's why we can take minus sign, and the rate constant is K minus 1, and which species is going to decrease? It's C, that's why written here C. In next step, this is our second term. In next step, also C is going to decrease, decompose or disintegrate to give a product P. That's why we can write again minus symbol. Rate is K2 and concentration of C is decreasing. That's why written here K2 into concentration of C. This one is our equation number 1. Now we have to apply a steady state approximation to this equation. According to steady state approximation, the rate of change of concentration of intermediate species with respect to time is nearly equal to 0. So we can put just this equation is equal to 0, this term can be removed and only the right part is equal to 0. So just write this equation as d into concentration of C divided by dt is equal to remaining equation K1 into concentration of A into concentration of B minus K minus 1 into concentration of C minus K2 into concentration of C is equal to 0. Here we have applied steady state approximation. Now this is our equation number 2. Just write down this part here and is equal to 0. Then transfer these negative terms to the right side. So the equation became K1 into concentration of A into concentration of B. Positive terms remains at the left side and negative terms when shifted to the right side it will become positive terms. So K minus 1 into concentration of C plus K2 into concentration of C. Now the left side remains as it is and in the right side the same term is or common term is concentration of C. So just take concentration of C common. So in the bracket K minus 1 plus K2 bracket complete into concentration of C, and this one is our equation number 3. Now we have to find out the concentration of the intermediate species, only concentration of C. So just transfer this term to the left side. This term as it is K1 into concentration of A into concentration of B and divided by this term K minus 1 plus K2. So this constant terms I have taken in one bracket. K1 divided by K minus 1 plus K2 into concentration of A into concentration of B. This one is our equation number 4. Now we have to find out the rate of formation of a product. So rate of change of concentration of product with respect to change in time is given by K2 into concentration of C. As I have shown here, product is formed with rate K2 and the species which is going to decrease to form product is the C. So rate of formation of product is dP by dt is equal to K2 into concentration of C. This one is our equation number 5. Now we have to put the equation 4 in equation 5. So equation 4 is the concentration of C. Just put this value in this equation instead of concentration of C. So I am writing here K2 as it is from the above equation and just put value of the concentration of C. K1 divided by K minus 1 plus K2 into concentration of A into concentration of B. This is our equation number 6. Now just put this term or all rate constants is equal to capital A. So just put equation 7 in equation 6. We can get rate of change of concentration of product is equal to K into concentration of A into concentration of B. This is our equation number 8. From this equation, we can find the order. So concentration of A raised to 1, concentration of P raised to 1. That's why order of reaction is equal to 2. So this is our equation of a pre-equilibrium.